If I'm correct, everything should be live. Can you hear me?
Yep, can you hear me?
I can indeed. Let us know in chat how we're sounding, if we're too loud or whatnot. And of course, once we start to get into game, let us know how it is as well with the in-game volume and stuff. Apparently the game volume was a little bit too loud last time, so yeah, I've tried to change a little bit. Give us some feedback when you can. So we're actually casting from a replay today. If you've just tuned in, the reason that is, we're trying to offer this service again for free. People can catch up if they missed the Asia live. That's a good chance for this to happen. Yeah. So we're gonna have to resume it on time. You ready for the countdown? No?
Sure am. You
Okay.
can count down.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Boom.
Ready?
Zenith's turn to
Okay, so this game is going to be Zenith versus TNC.
team ban.
We're going to see Zenith pick up the first ban, and they're just going to ban out the Batrider straight away.
Zenith.
Yeah, we won't be seeing the Batrider there from TNC this game. The Batrider did quite well last game. Had a bit of a shaky start, having to rotate from the jungle to the top lane, which was inevitably a lost lane with the tier 1 going down super fast. And then sort of rotating back to the jungle again. But he did catch up. Went to the easy lane, got a blink dagger. Did his job. Anyway, that was last game. This is this game, so I'll stop talking about that.
10 seconds remaining.
So we're going to also see TNC ban out the Magnus and the Undying, and the next ban from Zenith is going to be the Bounty Hunter, which leaves them with the first pick of the Nyx Assassin. We might see TNC get a pick with possibly something like a Darkseer, who is a very strong and hasn't actually been banned out yet. There are other heroes open like the Keeper of the Light, the Phantom Lancer, Templar Assassin, Queen of Pain. There are a lot of strong heroes left in the pool at the moment. You got any thoughts?
No. Not much going on at the moment. I think I say this probably every draft. It is so hard to tell early on. Teams pick up such versatile heroes like a Nyx Assassin, and it really does. And as you said, there's the Darkseer first pick, another super versatile pick, so there's not much I can talk about.
Zenith's turn to pick.
And they also take the Jakiro. Picking up the Jakiro is, I'd say, quite a good pick. Picking up ports in the early picks is going to be, give the draft a lot of versatility in the later picks, as there are quite a few carries, but the really coveted supports are very rare, I'd say. Mostly THT, the Leshrac, Shadow Demon, as we saw last game, or the Rubik. There are a couple of supports like the Lena or the Lion or the Shadow Shaman, who are also quite strong, but they're just not picked as frequently. So taking that really strong support in the THD who can push, counter push, stun, team fight, just a really strong support as a second pick, I'd say is quite strong.
Yeah, now it's just up to Zenith. They're probably going to pick up a support or two themselves right now. The Nyx Assassin probably going to be played in a support role, at least that's what he's being played with as recent. So they might pick up like a Shadow Demon or something for the super reliable initiation, and then you can sort of Nyx follow-up stuff. I think you've got a bit of noise going into microphone there, Lily.
Do I?
Like a fan maybe, or maybe it's just a bit close to you.
I'll just move it back a little bit.
Okay.
And we see Zenith pick up, as you said, another support. If they do decide to lane the Nyx Assassin as a support, Leshrac's going to have a really solid lineup stun with the Impale. Going to have really some nuclear potential with both the Leshrac, the Queen of Pain, and the Nyx Assassin. All those three heroes really strong in the early and mid game with their nukes. Going to be able to take down that heroes like the Darkseer or the Jakiro down very fast. So I suspect we might see TNC possibly take something with a bit more defensive potential to try and slow down these fast nukes. Maybe something like the Shadow Demon. They also might take something a little bit tanker like a Tidehunter and Earthshaker, or they might leave that for later picks after the banning phase.
Yeah, and they're also going to need a little bit of counter push as well. The Leshrac, it's been quite common to just skill Lightning first these days, get some more more reliable nuke to follow up from your stun and sort of creep pushing, and just 1 point in Edict. But just 1 point in Edict is quite huge. You can bring down a tower very quickly, so a counter push might possibly be needed from TNC unless they're confident that they can sort of rotate lanes well enough to keep up. And they opt for a Sven pick, so Again, still, I wish I could sort of comment on, hey, this is awesome, they're going to pick up a carry Sven, but it could also be a support Sven as well. The Sven stun is really quite brutal. AoE, it's reliable, and it's going to allow for a Jakiro unreliable AoE stun to follow up with as well, so that's quite brutal, and it could be a tri-lane, either defensive or offensive at this point. That still hasn't been given away either. With the Darkseer, he can potentially go off lane, so it might just be a safe. We're not too sure.
Radiant team ban.
We're going to see Zenith ban on Enigma. I think this is actually quite a strong ban, as the potential with the Darkest Sven and Enigma combo, that's enough to take down a team, really, if they position themselves badly enough, which Zenith probably shouldn't do, as they are, you know, a very well-known, very strong team, but, you know, on the off chance they do manage to, you know, perfect that combo of the Darkseer Enigma, that would
let alone the Sven to just add a bit more AoE stun and the cleave to that. Like, a Sven doesn't need too much farm, he just needs to pop his ulti and sit there with a cleave. But yeah, as you said, Zenith, a very experienced team, and with a roster that's been playing with each other for quite a while, and it's when you play with each other for a while that you really learn those skills of positioning and stuff just for a team fight, so you don't get 5-0 team wiped. A few more bans coming out. Oh, God.
Yeah, TNC just banning out those mid-game kind of strong carry pusher heroes, like the Tinker, who's got that really strong carry potential once he gets up his boots of travel and he can globally farm the map, which at the moment TNC doesn't have much to defend against that. The Lone Druid, incredibly strong carry, and as Zenith doesn't quite have a carry yet, Lone Druid could fit well into their lineup. And the Gyrocopter, another carry as we saw last game, has got really strong AoE potential, and at the moment, Zenith is kind of, they have got a bit of AoE with the Queen of Pain and the Leshrac, but they haven't got, you know, that much, I guess, long-standing damage as the Gyrocopter would add. And Zenith bans out, typical off-lane, the Lena's got some really good nuke damage and can, very strong combo with Zen.
10 seconds
The fucking Enigma, as I said, two really strong AoE heroes. They can both lane off-lane and combo really well with both the Sven, the Darkseer and the Jakiro.
This ban's a little bit odd. I did not expect to see a Lena Puck ban. I think Zenith maybe run Puck occasionally themselves, I'm not too sure, but banning a Puck is a little bit odd. I think perhaps they're not actually planning to go any super tanky heroes, so they want to ban out those really, really strong burst heroes, as you said. And AoE as well from the Puck, so maybe that's what they're going for, I'm not too sure. That's a little bit weird. And a lot of counter push being banned from TNC as well. The Lone Druid and the Tinker, really two very good pushes and counter pushes.
Well, I think the Tinker ban was actually going to be quite a strong one now. Zenith does go for kind of Tinker's counterpart, the Furion. Both of them have got that global pushing potential. Furion's got a little bit more game potential, I'd say, with being able to teleport in and sprout. But yeah, probably going to lane the Furion in the off lane. Possibly also in the jungle. But yeah, gives them a lot of pushing potential, especially with the Leshrac. TNC also actually gives up the Luna, so this Sven might be run as a support, possibly, or maybe as a solo mid. Probably not a solo mid, actually. I have a Queen of Pain, but
yeah,
it's going to be quite interesting having both Sven and Luna in the same team.
I'm not too sure. I think I've seen it done a couple of times. Sven support is surprisingly amazing. And with the Jakiro as well, they might even just roam it. Maybe not initially, they'd probably want to just secure their Luna a nice easy lane, maybe get an easy kill if they can, but then they could definitely look to roam, try to get a gank on the Queen of Pain. You've got the reliable stun, as I said, from the Sven, and then the follow-up. The Queen of Pain potentially won't be able to blink away from that, so that's really nice. And then there's a PLP for the Zenith, and and that explains the AoE as well from the Puck and the Lina. And the Enigma, they obviously don't want to get their PL caught in all that. And then the final pick being the Beastmaster from TNC. Might have been a semi-counter pick for the Queen of Pain and the PL. They sort of want to lock them down. And I guess for the Nyx Assassin and the Nature's Prophet, who are rather mobile heroes. I need to change my overlay. We are out of the drafting phase, people.
Yeah. They're running through the players. We've got Ninja Boogie playing the Luna. Darkseer being played by Jesse Vash. Chen is playing the Sven. Ryo is playing the Beastmaster, and Fox is on the THD.
XY on the Queen of Pain, A on the Nature's Prophet, Freedom on the Leshrac, Ice on the PL, and Lux on the Nyx Assassin. Have they given away their laning yet? I haven't been paying attention. Yes, and it looks like they are going to do the safe tri-lane bottom with the Sven and Jakiro. As I said, they're probably just going to maybe pick up a kill if they can on the off-lane Nature's Prophet, assuming the Nature's Prophet's going to go off-lane. If not, they're probably going to roam, get a kill on mid, or maybe go contest a... I'm assuming it's a tri-lane for the Dire as well, with the Lishrak and Nyx. Two very strong tri-lanes at this point. We'll have to see how that works out.
Yeah, I think the Luna definitely can hold her own against the Phantom Lancer. It all just comes down to the farm and items. I'd say the Luna has a little more potential in the mid game, so we might see some more pushing done by TNC, as the Luna does have that early game damage from the Luna Blessing, whereas the Phantom Lancer, he needs quite a bit of attack speed to be able to use Juxtaposition and, or Juxtapose, sorry, and Phantom Edge to get the full images. I guess we'll see.
This Beastmaster again, TNC, he was playing last game on the Nightstalker. I'm assuming it's the same player. Went for the same build as well, 2 branches and 1 tango, so this guy is obviously very confident in his mid play, even though both games he's been versing a Queen of Pain. Yeah, it was a Queen of Pain last game as well, so a melee against a Queen of Pain, and he's still super confident. The Jakiro is actually already rotating mid, realised it's just the Nature's Prophet, it's mid. I guess they feared a potential aggressive tri-lane from the Lishrak, Nyx and the PL, so of course the Jakiro had to be there just to contest that if that did happen. But now he's rotating, placing a couple of wards already. De-warding if there happened to be a ward up on the ancient position. And he does manage to de-ward that as well. Sorry, the wards are so hard to see in these replays.
Sorry, my Dota's just crashed. Some run free buff for the loot while I fix this up.
No worries. Not much going on anyway. Sven is managing to pull, even though it's just a dual lane, which is fine. It's not going to be contested by this Nature's Prophet. So he should be able to get some more XP and farm for himself, unless he's going to let Luna farm it, but I don't see that happening. He's probably going to pull in a second. Check these last hits. Beastmaster, Queen of Pain. I assume the Queen of Pain to be a bit of an advantage, and she is. Not so much yet. Only 7 and 3, with the Beastmaster hitting 5 and 0 just now, so it's still relatively even, but I guess that gap's going to get larger and larger as the lane goes on. This Jakiro is still hanging around. Not got any experience yet. Might prove to be a bit of a problem late game. But just like last game where there was the Earthshaker sort of helping out the Nightstalker, this game the Jakiro sort of hanging around just to make sure this Queen of Pain doesn't burst on top and just dominate this Beastmaster. He's got a really fast bottle up, very economical build, and gets a bottle and is managing to control the runes. Queen of Pain, I assume, getting her bottle delivered now. Not too delayed, those extra last hits coming into effect there. Bit of action going on. They might be going on this Nature's Prophet. The Sven stun initiations. The Jakiro was just in position. He almost dodged that ice path. And the Luna stun is there to cancel the TP. So there's the first blood on the Nature's Prophet. There's no aggressive wards in his jungle to see the rotations come. And that cost him his life. Very nicely done. That Nature's Prophet really shouldn't have been down here, I don't think. In my opinion, anyway. Darkseer not so unlucky. Hasn't gone forward. It's actually on 0 XP, so level 1. Gotten 2 last hits with his Iron Shell, so I assume quite good denies from the supports and the PL. Where are we at? Yeah, 8 denies from the PL. Only 1 for the Nyx. What level are these guys, by the way?
I'm just loading back into the game now. If you can just give me the time you're up to, I'll catch up.
Alrighty.
I'm at a technical issue there.
13 minutes 35.
Did I miss the first blood?
You did indeed. The Nature's Prophet overextended a little bit, and as I sort of predicted there, the Sven Jakiro combo is very, very strong. The Nature's Prophet did try to TP away, but Luna comes around from a corner, gets a Lucent Beam off to cancel the TP, so very nicely played. Beastmaster bottle crowing, and he's got himself up some boots now. I assume the Queen of Pain very close to boots as well. In fact, might be on the way right now. Yes, indeed. bottles herself with regen, so that'll be very nice. Might start spamming some abilities, get some harassment on this Beastmaster, potentially go for a kill once she pops 6, which is very, very soon.
What time are you up to exactly?
Exactly 14:25.
Alright, 14:28.
33.
Okay.
Awesome.
Alright. I think I'm up to date now. Oh, what have I missed?
Not too much, not too much. There was just the first blood and then some rotations from the Leshrac and the Jakiro. Sort of playing it a bit safe. I'm expecting some big things from this Queen of Pain soon. She's dropping quite low, but of course she's got that regen rune, so she should be able to, now that she's popped 6, regen up and maybe go for a kill. Although she really wants this Beastmaster low, so a combo can immediately kill, because this Roar is now up. He doesn't have mana for it, but if he regens up a little bit and uses the stick charge, he will have mana for that very, very soon. And the Bottle Crow comes back. We're going to dive on this Nature's Prophet. We've got a smoked up Sven and Jakiro going behind that tier 1. Lucent Beam to start it off. Follow up from the Sven stun, and Jakiro follows up as well. So that's a very, very brutal tri-lane, as I said. And the Nature's Prophet definitely not overextended at this point, as he is behind his tier 1, but they're not afraid to tower dive and go between the 2 towers and get the kill. Clarity up on the Sven. Are they rotating mid? They might be looking to Roar initiate.
Yeah, the Beastmaster has 6 now, so if you can get that Roar off,
I see we
you
could
can
be
have the
looking
triple
at a
stun.
Roar. There we go, and the Warcry is popped by the Sven. They're going in, they're going to get the
They're waiting
follow-up.
for her to blink back.
Very nice. The quad blinks to the left instead of back. If she blinked back, it most definitely would have been a kill. The Sven would have been in range to get the kill, but now that Nyx and the Lesha here, going to get this Jakiro out of position. The Sven is there. Is he going to be able to save his friend? He's not. And the Prophet blinks in, so there's 4 committed now at mid, and they get 1 kill.
Sound of that?
The Nyx and Leshrac actually walking off. I thought they might be trying to convert this into a push, especially now that there's 2 points in the Edict. Not the case.
It looks like the Queen of Pain's still going to rotate mid. She's popped the Invis rune, and I think she's going to hopefully get a kill on this Luna, who's actually on only 400 health at the moment. Playing a little bit cautiously though, as I think he did see the Queen of Pain TP in.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He's just going to pull in that healing salve, so he's going to be up at full health. Down on top lane, we can see the supports playing quite aggressively, and they are being hit down a lot by that Iron Shell that the Darkseer has cast on the wave.
Yeah, that Darkseer is like, oh, you want to pull my creep wave so you can push down the tier 2? Here, have some Iron Shells on it. Good luck. They did manage to get out of range of that, so not a big deal, but nice attempt by the Darkseer to try to defend his lane while only level 1 still.
We have got this in very aggressive ward now by the Dire, which is definitely going to help if they want to go for any dives. It was actually killed by the Beastmaster in mid on the Furion. He used the Roar and the Axes, and the Furion just fell. He is very, very squished at the moment.
Are fortified.
Susceptible to that that combo. It does a lot of damage early game.
Okay, we put a pause. The Nature's Prophet has to DC, I see.
It looks like the top tower is actually 4 at the moment. It's only on 21 health. And with the Leshrac standing right with, I think eating just run out, but it's definitely going to fall.
Was the glyph like just used like right now? Because that could be quite brutal if that doesn't fall. That tower is obviously aggroed on him. He might need to leg it out of there or he's going to be getting hit. There's not going to be any rotations by the look of it, so the Leshrac shouldn't die, but it might take him that little extra second to get that tower. Although that could be just enough time for the PL to walk up and last hit it, so not a big deal. I'm not expecting big things from the XP and gold graphs. There was 1k for the Dire in XP, but that's gone up a little bit, so not so much now. And 500 gold in terms of the Radiant.
That's basically nothing.
Is that just because of last
Radiant's
hits?
top tower is under attack.
Yeah, it's probably
Dire's
just because the
middle
Beast to
tower
Queen
is
of Pain
under
difference
attack.
is quite a lot. And as you said, Ice just ran up, got the last hit on that tower, all thanks to the fortification. If they hadn't cast it, PL wouldn't have been able to get that last hit, so I'm not sure if that fortification was actually the right choice.
Yeah. Yeah. If they had someone ready to in position to take down the Leshrac, I think that would have been quite good. But no, not the case.
This poor Darkseer is having a very hard time. He's still level 1 at 8
Radiant's
minutes.
middle tower is
I
under
feel like it
attack.
probably would have been a little bit better for him if he actually rotated to the jungle and just got a couple of levels up.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Perhaps
Dire's
if the Sven and
bottom
Jakiro,
tower
while
is
they're rotating, if they happen to be there at the right time, maybe stack a camp or two for him, and that would really accelerate the Darkseer's farm. Not the case though.
Looks like the Luna and the T8 are actually going to try and take bot tower down. I think they will get it.
Dire's bottom tower is
There's
under
going to be any
attack.
TP defense in
Dire's
from
bottom tower has
Zenith. They're just going
fallen.
to let it fall. However, they did manage to kill this stacked camp in the jungle, the big camp that NA had stacked a couple of times. There was a lot of gold for both the Furion, the Queen of Pain, and Experience, and the Lestrak, who all managed to get a couple of hundred from that stack.
Dire's middle tower
Let's
is
have a look at
under
these
attack.
wards. As you said, there is that aggressive one in the top lane. That's perhaps not going to be a huge deal at the moment now that the tier 1's already down. They've got the Ancients warded as well. Well, not quite, it's on the low ground, not on the high ground like normal. That's a little bit odd, but nonetheless gives vision of the Beastmaster and stuff, and rotations if they're going around this way.
I think that the ward on the low ground there gives a little bit more vision of around the area, which might give the Queen of Pain just that little bit of extra vision she needs to know she can safely initiate on the Beastmaster.
Yeah, too true. Is there going to be a bit of an action? It's Queen of Pain getting pretty aggressive here against the 3 heroes down on bottom. The Sven's not there. He has walked off back to mid. Perhaps if a Sven stun hit, they could have converted that to a kill. Queen of Pain almost with 1k HP, so a little bit more survivable. And manages to bottle Haste Rune, so we might see a little bit of action going on in mid in a second. The next and track are in position if they do want to dive on this. Next bit of mana burn to start off. Will the Queen of Pain jump in? The Roar is off cooldown and the Sven is here. I don't know if they know the Sven's here.
I don't think he's gone Queen Vision with that ward yet, so they might not know. If they go mid, there might actually be a nice turn of the tides. The Sven stun gives just enough time for the THT to possibly TP in, or the Luna, or the Darkseer. Though I don't think Darkseer's going to be going anywhere as he's only level 3.
Beastmaster not opting for any of his passive at this point. That's a little bit odd. A lot of teams these days get a couple of early points in the passive. Even no matter what the role, the Beastmaster occasionally gets the passive just for the push and whatnot. Not the case this game, opting to get some really nice scouting from the Call of the Wild and some nice damage from the axes.
I definitely think that choice was made intentionally because I think he's using the board to farm a lot of it, as the board does do a decent 46 damage, as well as being able to harass quite well, so he can stay a little bit further back while the board does the last hitting for him. I think it's basically his aim.
It's got a surprisingly good slow as well. Passive 20% slow is quite nice. But yes, as you say,
Yeah.
getting the level 4 is what you need for the greater ball, and that's quite effective.
For initiation of bot there, if you want that. The next assassin did try to go for a gank on the Luna with his ultimate, but they did have a sentry ward placed there, the Radiant, and Luna just walked in and ulted it, and the Nyx died.
Did he ulti for that? Did he have his Vendetta on for that? No, maybe.
I don't think he did get his Vendetta, or I caught sight of him too fast.
Yeah.
There's some nice stacking by THD in the jungle here for the Luna. Definitely going to be able to get a lot of armor to start off.
What items is this Luna actually going? She's just going for a fast BKB. And she'll have that very, very soon actually, so perhaps they're going to be a little bit more active soon enough. Get some push going of their own.
I would think so, as Roar is up. Could see an initiation soon, I think. The mech, the Roar is up. Luna's got her BKB. Looks like the Radiant have got a lot of their core items up, and we should see a couple of initiations and ganks. Potentially pushing down some towers as well.
Yeah, Radiant have such a strong initiation at this point. Not the Darkseer, obviously, as he's under-leveled, but if they were to, say, rotate top, maybe get a kill on this next assassin or the PL or whatever, the point is, if they were to clear out this lane just that little bit, that would give this Darkseer some more XP. And I think that's something that they definitely need at this point. If this continues, and if this Nyx gets a pick off on him right here, this could be really, really bad if this Darkseer stays under-leveled the entire game.
I really think he should rotate a jungle. He's doing like a little bit of harass on the PL with the Iron Shell, but it's just not enough as the PL's got his Vanguard up, as well as a Ring of Regen, which is really counteracting any harass that the level 2 Iron Shell does. We did see a smoke gang by the Radiant, but they didn't actually manage to get a kill from that.
Was that on the Queen of Pain, was they? In mid? Are they trying to go on mid? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. The THD, the Beastmaster, and the Sven all smoked up. They started to head top when they saw the Darkseer, but they just didn't manage to turn the work into an opportunity. What
time are you actually on your replay?
I am on 24:51.
Yeah, perfect. That's good, that's good.
I've been sitting up every so often to try and keep up with you. No, I was just talking about a couple of seconds ago. Knowing that, TNC definitely are trying to get those gank opportunities off, but they're finding it quite hard, as Zenith is playing very safe.
Yeah, I definitely think they need to play safe at this point, and with the PL there's no reason to try play risky. PL very, very strong late game, and come late game the Nature's Prophet split push also very, very strong, let alone the mobility of the Queen of Pain. They definitely have the mobility advantage with the Queen of Pain and the Nyx. So that's very nice by them. It looks like they've got all their bases covered when it comes to late game. In which case, I really want to see the Radiant get more active. We've already talked about that, but I think that really needs to happen. Need to push down 1 or 2 towers, get some wards up, get the map control, and then slowly convert that into racks.
Well, as we can see at the moment, I've actually got 5-man mid. The Luna has rotated from bot to the mid lane. I think they're going to go for a push here. Luna's ult's up in 10 seconds, as we said. The Aurora is up. Sven is almost level 6. He'll be able to do some decent damage once he is. The only one that's missing is Arxir, who is just trying to defend top as much as he can.
Arxir. Yeah, so Luna's got a BKB up as well, and the Beastmaster's actually got a mech up as well, so that really fits with their current sort of mid-game timing push. I guess that's what they're going for.
Yeah.
Hopefully this works out for them.
We should definitely expect to see a fight mid soon, or the mid tower's going to fall. It depends on if Zenith decides to try and defend it.
Yeah, Nature's Prophet's got himself a mech, and it looks like he's heading mid as well. And the Queen of Pain, obviously, with Blink, she can rotate relatively quickly. She's a little bit out of mana, so she might have to take a pit stop back into base, but she could just blink back and then TP into mid, so it shouldn't take too long.
Yeah.
The other hero... Who's missing? PL. That's right, he's top.
We do actually see the sentry on the Sven, and I expect he's going to plant that if they do decide to commit to this push, which will negate the Nerubian Assassin quite a lot. Radiant has had some good sentry wards down, like this one that we saw on bot earlier, which has been kind of stopping the Nerubian Assassin from getting those kills that he's really hoping to get. So if you do see this one drop mid by the Sven, Nerubian Assassin, if he does decide to vendetta in, he might actually fall, which would just aid the push for the Radiant.
They got plenty of time at this point to be checking through the inventory, and in fact they'll probably see on the Sven that there's only 1 sentry down, so yeah, if Zenith are paying attention they should know that there's a sentry down somewhere. There's actually not one down in mid, I guess it was placed elsewhere.
Yeah, I think it was
placed. But nonetheless, one has been placed, and Zenith should know that, so this Nyx Assassin probably won't go in a little bit too aggressive. We shall see though. We shall see.
Yes, we shall see.
We shall see. Quite a long pause.
What were you saying?
Quite a long pause. I would like to skip it ahead a bit, but I don't want to get us out of sync.
Yeah, be a little bit hard. But I really would like to see this hit level 6, because this God Strength combined with the Inner Beast Aura and the Lunar Blessing, that's going to be a lot of damage on a support hero. Should be able to eat through this tower in a seconds with all that damage.
Yeah, it's a shame he hasn't managed to get more XP out of this game. If he was, say, level 7 or something like that at this point, he might have a point in cleave as well, which would be really quite nice. Probably 3 points in your stun is pretty much all you need. At this point, the sort of damage starts to wear off as enemy heroes get a little bit more tanky.
Well, he has been opting for stats. He's only got level 1 in his Warcry, 1 in stats and then 3 points in stun, so he obviously is aware of the fact that he Probably need something other than Warcry and the stun.
He probably wants a little bit more mana, putting some points in stats and some survivability, obviously.
There's a long pause.
Queen of Pain with 2.1k cash could potentially buying up an ultimate orb if she wanted to go for that.
I think she might be saving a gold, possibly for a buyout, as it is only 450 gold to buy out. And if they want to defend this mid tower, might not grab it now. But then again, she might not be too worried about, you know, early game death. This fight does occur in mid. Look at experience and gold. Gold is pretty much dead even, as I can see. Experience is actually in favour of Dire at 2,000, about 2,000 in favour of Dire. So it is a fairly close game.
Okay, what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to put my replay on 4 times speed. And I'll just get to the end of this pause and then I'll just tell you what time it is and you can sort of catch up.
Alright. That's a very long pause.
And I'm glad I'm doing so because it is going for quite some time. Queen of Pain has just reconnected now. And the unpause is at, I'm at 31:45 at the moment.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's
47,
structures
48.
are fortified.
51.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Not even.
And yes, they are pushing this. The mech was actually used just to negate some of these tower hits, and that's very nice. The Luna's now just going to TP out top. They won't be able to chase on this PL. The Surge is there, but they're not going to be able to chase that PL. Or is he? Is he going to stick around? No, he's not. Very nicely done by them. They just take the tier 1 mid and then back straight off.
I have got that nice stack in the jungle for actually there's flying centaurs on my screen. It's pretty... Have you got the
Oh, it is for
flying
me as
centaurs?
well. Sick flying centaurs.
I think Luna should have a fun time trying to take them down. And it looks like the Dark's just going to rotate bot to try and get the farm up while the rest of the team...
Just as the Queen of Pain and Leshrax's there.
Radiant's bottom
Oh,
tower
he surges
is under
out.
attack.
Had some little escape when he tried to get his farm up on
Structures
the
are
bot.
fortified.
And then Janet's review bot.
Dire's top
But on top
tower
lane,
is
looks
under
like
attack.
they're going to take the tower with not much
Radiant's
contested.
bottom tower is under attack.
Yes. I don't know the way. Not being contested. But it looks like they're actually going to trade 2 towers
Dire's
potentially
top
for this. If they
tower
can get a kill on the Phantom Lancer, it might be worth it. But are they
Radiant's
going to be
middle
able
tower
to?
has fallen.
Looks like mid and bot are going to fall. Fury on
Radiant's
TP's
bottom
in.
tower
Luna pops
has
her ult.
fallen.
It does manage to drop the Fury on. Phantom Lancer is still alive. Does fall just then. Queen of Pain rotates in, but doesn't manage to score a kill. And there's a double kill for the Beastmaster. There was an exchange of 2 towers in favour of the Dire for 1 tower and 2 kills in favour of the Radiant. But it was a kill on the Phantom Lancer, which they desperately needed as he was free farming quite efficiently. The
Yeah,
Beastmaster
this is
has actually picked up Gem.
No, go on. Go on. Oh, you're just talking about the Beastmaster with the gem. Yeah, that was very nice. I'm not too sure when he actually got that. I didn't see it in the last engagement. I guess they thought, okay, well, now that we've taken the tier 1 mid, let's rotate and take the tier 1 top. Obviously, the PL's going to be there, and he's going to have invis, so pick up the gem before you take that tower. And very well played by them. There was the Roar allowing the rest of his team to catch up. And then he just sort of body blocked with a gem as well, keeping vision on him the entire time, even though PL having the superior move speed once in the invis. But no, they secure the kill, grab the tower, and the Nature's Prophet as well, as you said. So a 2 and a tower going in the way of the Radiant.
Well, I have to say, from that exchange, I would put it in favour of the Radiant, purely because they managed to take the Phantom Lancer down, whereas the Luna hasn't fallen yet. He's out farming Phantom Lancer by at least 30 creeps, and once she kills this flying stack, it will be probably something a bit higher than that. So the Luna is getting quite a nice time. They haven't managed to drop her yet. Like Centaurs. That makes me giggle.
Double stack Ancient there. They might be able to take, maybe take a tower bottom. They might be able to jack these creeps, which would be quite good. The Beastmaster has spotted that out. Luna might come in and farm that up. It's only 2 stacks, so not a big deal. But anyway, go on.
Yeah, it just looks like she's going for a man, I was going to say. Which she should get fairly soon if they continue to push these towers. Then with his ult, just eat through them, combined with the, as I said, the aura from both the Luna and the Beastmaster. It's going to be very hard to stop this push.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I think they're just doing their best to trade as much as possible.
Yeah, speaking of push, this is really nice. The Queen of Pain solo pushing top and the PL solo pushing mid. They actually get the top tower for that, but the PL just manages to clear the wave. Doesn't actually get the tower, but that's still very nice. A lot of damage being done on the tower and forces a TP back. Mind you, that's quite a good thing. A big wave for Luna to farm up is definitely what she wants.
And Nyx Assassin has actually picked up a Blink Dagger. This might solve his issues he's going to be having with the gem arm, because he can just blink in and initiate with the stun. And the Leshrac is to follow up with that. So it's an interesting pickup, one you don't typically see in professional games on the Nyx Assassin unless it's kind of a very winning game, I would say. But it might solve his issues he's going to be having with the gem on the Beastmaster.
It might be quite good too if he can sort of take his time, almost like a shackle shot from a Windrunner. If you can get in there and line up the perfect angle, it just becomes infinitely better. If he were to land that stun on 4 people, that's obviously a lot better than just going on the Luna or just going on the Sven. So, I don't know. Perhaps. I can't say I've seen a Blink Dagger on a Nyx too often.
And it looks like the Queen is actually going to be going for a Linken's rather than a Hex like I thought she was. Picked up the Linken's Sphere and she just needs a couple of hundred more until she gets the Perseverance up, which will finish it off. I guess she's getting that because of the work of Beastmaster. Because her team doesn't have that much initiation. She might, have to chat a bit for the initiation of the Beastmaster on her. And once she's got that Linken, it's not going to be such a huge issue. I think that's a smart pickup, a nice defensive item.
Still no other big items coming up for Dire. Beastmaster going to go for a jump by the look of it. Got the robe there, and obviously with the bracer that he's already had. That'd be quite nice for their chase. Nothing else for the Lunas. Also gives them more of that aura
stacking. They've got a lot of aura stacking at the moment.
A smoke up, 4-man smoke here. Gonna try to catch someone out of position. The Nyx is in Viz, and with the gem on the Beastmaster, they will see him. Yeah, there we go. There's the Roar to initiate. Axes to follow up. Vacuums him back into an Ice Path. Sven stun just for good luck. And he gets bring down straight away. Really unfortunate by this Nyx. Not such a good game for him at the moment.
Yeah, the Nyx is an incredibly strong pick, but the way TNC are playing, where they're just playing 5-man or 4-man Dota, it's very hard for him to pick anyone off. He's gonna have difficulty taking the Luna off her. She has got a BKB, she's almost got a Manta, so he can't quite, blink down on her, and she has got the Sentry protection most of the time as well. So he's trying to a little bit more aggressively, but it's just not working out as the TNC are sticking as 4.
Now, still very little in the XP and gold. The gold especially, only not even 250 gold difference. That's quite a big deal given that we're 20 minutes in, and I mean, it's 7 for 2 in kills, which, that alone, there's not been many kills this game. I'm assuming that will change though, with the push strategy coming out for the Radiant, looking to take more and more towers. Anyway, go on.
I was just gonna say, stop it. Ice has picked up his Diffusal Blade, that's what I was going to say, so we might see him a little bit more in team fights now. With the Vanguard and the Diffusal Blade, he's got the damage, and he's got enough tank to be able to survive a little bit of those fights. Though of course we might just see him go for the split push build. Might just keep trying to farm and wait for the end game. But one problem I don't even mention, but the Darkseer, once he gets his wall up, which he does have up now, but if the Phantom Lancer gets caught in the wall, his illusions are going to do a lot of damage. Oops, initiation mid, sorry. Luna's popped up BKB. It's like they've used the ultimate to take down the Queen of Pain, potentially with the... No, the Roar's still on. Oh, the Roar's actually cast on the Leshrac, followed up by an Ice Path. Axes are going to fly in, and the Luna's just going to fall from that damage, and the exchange they take, they also take the mid T2 tower, and it looks like they're going to go for the T3 as well, as the Leshrac and the Queen of Pain are both down. Phantom Lance is TPing back in, but he cancelled as the Ice Path is going to fly in, and potentially would have killed him if he'd stayed. It looks like they're just going to try and go trade, possibly.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Very risky plays by Zenith. I don't think the PL can counter push, and in fact he is manually walking back. He's going to be very late to this party. Let's just hope the Radiant back off with the respawning of the Queen of Pain. The mech is used, and they are going to be used as just to run out. A Sprout to keep this Luna in position. Is she going to try TP out? Oh, and she manages to TP out that Nick stun. Like,
that was so close.
Very, very close.
And it looks like most of them are just going to try and take that TP out. Stun goes on Ice. Beastmaster might fall. He doesn't actually have a TP at the moment. He's going to lose the gem, it looks like. He does. Sven also falls. He again doesn't have a TP scroll. That's the power of holding any scroll to escape fights like that. Who picked up the gem? The gem has been picked up by Leshrac. He probably will use that to do a bit of dewarding, as he has got wards himself. At the moment the map is actually blind for Zenith. Yeah, I suspect we're going to see a bit of warding and dewarding, and probably something around the Roshan, just like that ward planted right there, as they know that TNC probably will go for the Roshan soon, as they have got the Vrax advantage in mid lane.
Interestingly, one thing I was just looking at, the Nature's Prophet with a Necronomicon now. Only level 1, but still adding to some counter push at this point, which is something they definitely need, and adding to some push, obviously, with the Nature's Prophet. Being the one with the Necronomicon, he can split push with it, obviously.
Well, yeah, it looks like Zenith is definitely going for the late game, but I'm not too sure how much help it's going to be, as they did lose this mid lane. It was not the best choice, I'd say, by Ice choosing to TP in and then cancel it. Of course, he had to cancel the TP, as he did TP in so close. But, you know, having cancelled the TP did lose in the Rax, and they only managed to trade for a tier 2 tower. So a tier 2 for a Rax isn't that strong of a trade, really. But if they can turtle it to game, I think they will have a significant advantage with both the Fury on the Queen of Pain and the Phantom Lance.
Yeah, it's a big shame they had to lose the mid-Rax though. If he were to TP back, that would have been absolutely brilliant. I think they would have been able to defend it. And that's such a huge deal. Not because the Dire can't defend at this point. It's such a huge deal because now these creeps are going to be giving so much less gold. And if you let a PL with full Rax on his team sit there and defend and farm up 3 waves worth of creeps that are constantly coming towards him, he will get so fat so quickly. But with 1 Rax down, obviously that's not going to be the case.
And it looks like TNC are actually... Oh no, it looks like they're going to go back. Defenders Ice keeping the pressure on. And they know that with the Furion as well, the Phantom Lancer and the Furion and the Queen of Pain are all 3 fantastic split pushes, so TNC have to be on their guard. And in mid lane the Macropie is fast just to force that push back. Phantom Lance is actually playing quite aggressive. He's going to go on the Luna, just for a little bit of harass, but he does do quite a lot of damage to it just with the illusion. The mana burn is quite brutal on her 750 mana pool. Just to check, what time you have in replay?
I am at 43:48.
Okay. I'm in sync.
That's nice.
It looks like another gem has been picked up by the Beastmaster. He doesn't really want to go without one, especially against the Nyx and the Phantom Lancer.
Sven's getting pretty close to his own BKB. He's just been playing a support, but a 26-minute BKB is very respectable, and that will definitely help for Sven. He can obviously tank it, get up in there, and really utilise the right clicks. Still no points in Cleave, but that's fine. He's put more points in Warcry and God Strength, which arguably the more important skills at this point.
And it looks like Zenith aren't going to defend this Roshan. I think they know that it has been taken at the moment. They did have that ward there that was just dewarded by the Darkseer. But it looks like they're just going to try and do some pressure, possibly get down this T3 tower on top if they can, but they might not have enough time. However, Luna isn't carrying a scroll anymore, so she's going to have to be careful.
Has she had the Helmet Dominator the whole game?
No, she only just grabbed in. She's just pick up now, for we'll follow her around.
Nice, nice.
But it says it's an Ursa warrior. Is the wolf really big on your screen?
It's not really Is that bigger than normal? I don't think it is, but it does say it's an Ursa Warrior. This must be a few problems with the replay. A little bit weird.
It's like flying centaur. I don't know why I find it funny, but I do. Anyway, so Luna's pushing a little bit aggressively, but I think she's going to back off now and go back into the jungle. But they will catch sight of killing these flying centaurs here, as they just planted that ward on the high cliff there, down near the dire jungle.
What, these ones are flying as well?
Yeah, they're all flying.
Wow.
Haste!
Oi, my Ursas. Say they're kobolds.
Oh, I don't know if those are bugged.
The harpies are bugged as well. This is too funny. The hard camps say that they're ancients.
Forest berserker. Okay.
Alright.
I never knew these were broken. Anyway, it looks like TNC is just going to mid in. I think they can like bot lane. Phantom Lancer is just going to keep pressuring it, and he's definitely going to try and get that Rax if he can. He's got that TP scroll up, as well as 2k gold, so he is able to buy out if he does happen to die, but I think he's just going to try and, you know, trade the Rax if TNC decides to go for mid or... Oh, Rax, sorry. It's between the Queen of Pain and the Jakiro who are having a little bit of a square off. And it looks like TNC is going to rotate mid. Phantom Lancer does... You can back tilt him? No, he's just going to keep pushing the bot lane. The Sven doesn't actually pop the ult. They've got the Fortify. Both teams have got the Fortify. It just depends on who's going to push faster. Viper is popped by the Darkseer. He's just hanging back a little bit. Trees are summoned. The Necronomicon's popped. And the Ruben Assassin blinks in, gets a stun, but he gets instantly stunned, counter-stunned by the Sven. Luna ult is popped, Darkseer ult is popped. Isosax is going to fall, but he instantly buys out, like I said. BKB is popped on Luna, and she's just going to hit down this Rax as fast as she can, but she might actually fall for it, but she has got the Aegis. Ruben Assassin pops his ult node. As I said, Isosax buys out and does some damage. Queen of Pain manages to drop a Sven. And the beast is done. And Ninja Boogie tries to be out, but he's just not able to. The only one who survives that fight is Darkseer. Ninja Boogie buys out instantly. But they did manage to get the Rax out, so... I would say that was a good trade. Phantom Lancer had to spend all of his gold to buy out, and he lost the Rax anyway, and he didn't manage to trade for the bot Rax.
I think that was a very, very nice pipe timing by the Darkseer. I don't know about you, but when I'm playing and I've got a pipe, I find it really hard to know when the perfect time is to pop it, but that was really good. They waited, I think it was just after the Fortify, and sort of just as they wanted to initiate and defend their Rax, the pipe was popped, so it's like, Zenith need to make the choice. Do they go on this with a pipe up, or do they wait it out, lose a Rax, and then try go on it? At least I guess that was the theory. It didn't quite work out that way, but it was very close, and I definitely like that pipe timing.
Although they did manage to lose a lot of heroes from that, they actually lost 4 and the Luna had to buy out. It was a very strong play, I'd say. As they knew they had the advantage. They've already got one lane of Rax down. They knew the Luna could buy out, so they just went all in. They wanted to force the Phantom Lancer back before he could trade that Rax down, so... Very play, they knew exactly what they were doing. And Zenith was kind of forced in corner as they weren't able to trade for it. Have a look at the gold and experience graph. It's actually still not that much. Like 4,000 in favor of the Radiant, who's actually got 2 Raxes down. And in terms of experience, it's only about 6,000 in favor of Dire. It's very, very close at the moment. I see a lot of that would just be to the fact that the while Luna is most farmed, the Fury on the Phantom and the Queen of Pain are all equally, not equally farmed, but they're all very farmed as well, so... Net worth. Queen of Pain is actually winning net worth, followed by the Luna and the Phantom Land, who are just about even. I see initiation on bot, a couple of seconds. And I'm followed by the Furion, so even though TNC is winning in terms of Raxes, in terms of like gold net worth, items, well, Luna just picked up Herbfly, which popped her up above the Queen of... but yeah, in terms of item, gold and all of that, Zenith is actually holding their own.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
initiation in lane. Luna pops her ult in the BKB and just runs in quite aggressively. She managed to take the Nubian assassin down. Aura's cast on the Queen of Pain, who tries to get out, but she's stunned too fast and she manages to fall. Ice Path is cast on the Nubian assassin, who tries to back off. Who actually bought out, of course. The mid tower does fall, and it looks like they're just going to go straight for the mega creeps. The Luna is just damaging down these racks as fast as possible, and with the wall there in the way, it seems like the Dire is going to have to back off. There's just that one top rack left. I'm just going to like take it a little safe. They know the Furion's gone mid, trying to do as much damage as he can, but I think the GG is going to be called quite soon. Yeah, there's not much Zenith can do to defend this. The top racks is going to fall, which gives mega creeps to the Radiant.
Yeah, this is very well played.
Yeah.
Oh, go on.
No, everyone's dead pretty much. So much they can do at this point.
Yeah, very well played.
Just tickles the Luna a little bit.
Radiant's courier
Doubles
has been
out.
killed.
TNC is just gonna pop the smoke, the pipe, and go for the throne.
Has fallen. Dire's ancient
That was very, very nice. Potentially a little bit of an outdraft there. TNC perhaps let through the Nyx assassin on purpose, and maybe even the PL, although PL not so much, as PL does have quite good counter push. But basically, they sort of played a playstyle where the Nyx assassin had very little impact. Of course, he killed the Darkseer, but I don't think that really matters too much. Point being, obviously, they could push down and really play some either 4-1 Dota or 5-man Dota and really punish the opponent who couldn't counter-push that. As you said, there was really good split push from the Queen of Pain, the Nature's Prophet, and the PL. All really good, but just not enough. Obviously, by themselves, they just can't out-push the 5-man of TNC.
Well, in addition to the heroes, the aura stacking, I have to say, was very well done by TNC. So, you know, they got an early pipe and an early mech. They've got the Warcry, they've got the Luna, Luna Blessing, and they've also got the Beastmaster aura. So they've got a lot of auras, which is just going to add to the push. It's very hard to push against, to counter push against such, you know, such high attack speed and damage in the early game. You know, it was very strong drafting in terms of the auras, which are often overlooked. People just don't think about it, but, you know, we have seen a lot of times, you know, VS Luna Drow kind of strategies have worked purely because with such high early game damage, there's not much you can do against it.
Not quite calling the GG yet. Just gonna wait for their throne to come up, I guess.
To the end.
Come on, PL can get fat here, right? Come on.
26 gold a creep.
Dire's
Sorry, 23 gold a creep.
There's so
19,
many
18.
creeps. Radiant aren't getting any money for this.
Dire's ancient
Come on, buddy.
is under attack.
More illusions. Come on. Sick eye fast jukes! This is next level PL totaling plays.
Dire's ancient is under attack.
Am I kidding?
Looks
I'm
like
not too
X5
sure.
is just gonna fall. Oh no, he manages to blink out.
Dire's ancient is under attack.
That Sven was just a little bit more farm, that would have been very big plays there. Whoa, my game is very zoomed in at the moment. Darkseer vacuum into Sven Cleave is huge. Anyway, it didn't quite happen, and who was the winner there? That was TNC. Let me pop that up on the screen.
That was a very low kill game. Very fast push by TNC there.
Very nicely done. Alrighty, I think we have one more game for the night, so we're going to have a quick break, and we'll be back with you soon. I'm PinkEmu, and my co-caster was Lily.
Oh.
We'll be with you soon. Cheers.